Hi, everybody. My name's Jim. Right? the There we go. So my name's Jim. I am blessed with the opportunity to work with an organization where we work right here in the United States. We travel around, we investigate, and we recover children and adults that are stuck in human trafficking. We work with law enforcement, we work with other organizations. I would like to caution you to begin with, because once you open your eyes to some of this stuff, there is no turning it back off. And as we talked, once you're aware of something and you have the ability to do something about it, as Christians, we don't have the ability to turn our back to it. So again, I want to caution you before you start looking into some of this stuff. It is an evil, evil thing that has inundated our country. And if you become aware of it and you see the evil, if not us, who, right? Somebody has to do something about it. The organization I'm with, good Christians, different backgrounds, military, CIA, law enforcement, and we use the skill sets that we've acquired over our lives to do what God has called us to do. ARC is a great organization. It's actually, I've went to their training several times. Boz and Tina, their husband and wife team, they've worked all over the world, and they actually teach a course that teaches you how to actually run operations to recover victims of human trafficking. It's a great course to get started in. It will really open your eyes up to some of it. Boz, former military turned CIA, was in Mogadishu, Somalia, of all places, and saw some children in a horrible situation, didn't know what to do, went back and he prayed about it, and as he put it, a loud and thunderous response from God told him what he needed to do, and that's what started his journey down that path. Tina, another great woman, she grew up, I believe it was Venezuela, American citizen, moved down to Venezuela as a child. When the government collapsed, her parents brought her back up here, and she started running counter-human trafficking operations by herself in California. And then much further down the road, those two met, and Boz was like, hey, you're gonna get yourself killed. Let me show you how to do this right. Great organization. They have classes all over the United States. They bounce around. If you get the opportunity, go check it out. But again, once you get the knowledge and ability to do something about it, you kind of lose the opportunity to turn your back to it. Human trafficking is a multi-trillion-dollar industry through our world. Unfortunately, 80% of the consumption of that is right here in our country. I truly believe that we have the greatest country in the world, and we have this massive cancer that is eating us from the inside. And we have to do something about it. There are more slaves currently in the world than has ever existed. Even during the height of the transatlantic slave trade, there are more slaves right now than has ever existed. And the fact that we don't even acknowledge it, we don't even notice it, it happens around you every single day. You see it, you just don't know what you're looking at. A good portion of the people that end up into this industry are sold by their own family members. I'm not going to sit up here and talk too long. I'm sorry, I can get up here and get on a soapbox, and 3 hours later, you guys will be begging me to leave. I'll just leave with this. ARC's a great company. There's several other great ones out there. Just being aware and doing, if you see it, report it. A lot of times local law enforcement don't know what to do with it, but there are organizations like mine that work very close with law enforcement whenever they get a report and they don't know what it is. They give it to us, and this is what we do. Keep your eyes open. If you see somebody in need, make it known, and just show them love. Again, like Pastor was talking about, some of the unfortunately, some of the evil in the world uses our religion to control people, right? And so sometimes we have to be careful about how we go to help them, because what we say is coming up to them like, bringing religion to them may actually drive them away further, because that's the instrument that was used to attack them to begin with. So what do Christians do, right? We show our God by example what we do, right? Just show them love, show them compassion, and whenever they're ready, they will step into the light with us, right? But thank you all very much. If any of you would like to know more about it, reach out to me. I'll be in the back. Yeah.
Is this happening right now here?
Absolutely. So yes, it is happening right around here. Right? I was law enforcement. In fact, I was a police officer right here in Scott City until I went into this. Before that, I was Scott County. I've busted up human trafficking rings right here in Benton. It happens here. If you would get on the internet, there's a really dark side of the internet. The amount of sex workers in our area right now would stagger you, how many there are. And it's real easy to look at these workers and think that they're the evil. In reality, there's someone that's 99% of the time, they're somebody that's in a horrible situation that has no control over what is occurring to them. And someone is taking advantage of them and manipulating them and not giving them a choice about it. So again, it's real easy to see something and go, oh, that's just prostitution. But not realizing that is slavery, that they are thrusted into. They are victims. Some of them are in their 30s. They were victimized when they were children and still have not gotten to get out of that. It happens right here. It happens right here in this town. It happens in the next town over. And it's not just the sex trade. Human trafficking has so many different aspects to it. There's the sex trafficking. There's the labor trafficking, which more of you have seen it than you'll realize. There's the satanic and occult rituals. Whenever I first got into this, I thought, well, sure it happens, but it's not. It's way more prevalent than I ever imagined, and it is everywhere. There was just a case last week before, down in Alabama, where small rural area, just like this, 15 children locked in a basement in cages and had been being trafficked for the last 10 years. And these are children. So it happens here. It's real easy. Everybody in the city says, that's stuff that happens out in the county. Everybody out in the country goes, that's stuff that happens in the city, right? We don't want to admit that that's here, and it's everywhere. It's in both places, right? There's some great training out there. Open your eyes to it, and open your heart to it. We need every person available. We need. Again, it's a multi-trillion-dollar. This makes more money than most governments make, right? And they don't have restrictions on them on what they will and will not do. So it is a very massive and hard thing to fight. And we need every warrior possible doing their little piece, because there's so many different pieces of it. You know, there's the people that do the investigations. There's people that do recoveries. There's the aftercare portion. You know, there's safe house locations that are ran. There's education side of it. All of it is a very, very important part of the fight. But again, would love to talk to every one of you. Have any questions? I'll be in the back. Reach out to Pastor Bob. He knows how to get a hold of me. Love to come talk to every one of you. All right. But let's have a blessed day. Thank you.